I sent a flirty text to my wife. It went to my work group chat instead. My boss replied, "We need to talk tomorrow." That conversation changed my life. My wife and I like to keep things spicy. We send each other flirty texts during the day just to keep the spark alive. That night I was laying on the couch and decided to send her something good. I typed out, "I can't stop thinking about last night. When you get home, I'm bending you over the kitchen counter and you're not getting up until the neighbors know my name." I read it back and smiled. Perfect. I hit send. Then I looked at the screen. My heart stopped. I didn't send it to her. I sent it to the work group chat. 47 people, including my boss. I tried to delete it, but it was too late. The replies started coming in. "Yeah, wrong chat, bro, Elmo. Somebody come get this man." I was dying inside. Then my boss replied, "We need to talk tomorrow." No emoji, no LOL, just that. My wife told me it would be fine. I didn't sleep at all that night. I just kept staring at the ceiling thinking about how I was about to lose my job over a text about bending my wife over the counter. The next morning I sat in my car for 10 minutes before going inside. I didn't want to face anyone. When I finally walked in, I could feel the energy shift. A few people looked up and grinned. Someone muttered, "There he is," under their breath. I kept my head down and went to my desk. Before I could even sit down, my buddy from accounting came over and patted me on the shoulder. "Kitchen counter, huh?" he said. "Bold move, sending that to the whole company." I told him to shut up. He laughed and walked away. I couldn't focus on anything. I just kept watching my boss's office. The door was closed all morning. No email, no message, just silence. I kept running through scenarios in my head. Best case, I get a warning. Worst case, I'm packing up my desk by lunch. Around 10:30, my boss finally stepped out. She scanned the room and stopped on me. "My office," she said. "Now." I got up and walked over, feeling like I was headed to the principal's office. She held the door open and I stepped in. She closed it behind me and I heard it lock. She walked around her desk but didn't sit down. She just stood there looking at me. The silence was killing me. "I'm sorry," I said. "The text was meant for my wife. It was a complete accident. I understand if you need to write me up or whatever. I take full responsibility." She didn't say anything for a few seconds. Then she laughed. Not a big laugh, but enough to confuse me. "You really thought I was going to fire you over that?" she said. I didn't know how to respond. She shook her head. "That text was the most interesting thing that's happened in that group chat in 2 years." I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. "So I'm not in trouble?" She smiled and leaned against her desk. "No," she said, "but I did want to talk to you about something." The way she said it made me nervous again. She looked at me for a second like she was deciding whether to say what she was thinking. Then she said it. "I've been attracted to you for a while. I never said anything because you're married and I'm not trying to cause problems. But after reading that text, I couldn't stop thinking about you and your wife." I felt my brain glitch. She kept going. "I'm not asking you to cheat. I'm asking if you and your wife would be open to something together, the three of us." I stood there like an idiot trying to process what was happening. She handed me a piece of paper with her number on it. "Talk to her," she said. "If you're both interested, text me." I sat in my car for 10 minutes before driving home. I didn't know how to process what just happened. I walked in and my wife was on the couch. She saw my face and immediately asked what was wrong. I sat down next to her and told her everything. The apology, the laugh, the confession, the proposition. She listened without interrupting. When I finished, she was quiet for a second. Then she said, "So your boss wants to sleep with both of us?" I nodded. She tilted her head. "Is she attractive?" I pulled up a photo on my phone. My wife looked at it and her eyes went wide. "Okay, she's bad," she said. "Like actually bad." I didn't know what to say. She looked at me and asked, "Do you want to do it?" I told her I wouldn't do anything she wasn't comfortable with. She laughed. "That's not what I asked," she said. "Do you want to do it?" I was honest. I said I didn't know, but I wasn't saying no. She smiled. "Me neither," she said. We talked about it for hours. Ground rules, boundaries, what this would mean for us. By the end of the night, we were both in. I texted my boss. She replied with a wink emoji and an address. That weekend changed everything. And I don't mean it made things weird. I mean it brought us closer. We learned things about each other we never knew. Our marriage has never been stronger. I walked into that office convinced I was about to lose my job. I walked out with my boss's number saved in my wife's phone. "Fellas, send the wrong text. You never know." "Oh, and the neighbors? Yeah, they know my name now."